Love can arise in the most unexpected places, but sometimes it goes beyond boundaries and challenges the logic of what we consider normal, showing that there are no limits for those who fall in love. Some cases have proven that love can be blind, deaf, and maybe even mute, with truly unusual or unbelievable unions. These are the couples you will meet today. Akihiko Kondo took love to a completely different level when he married Hatsune Miku, a Japanese virtual singer who is essentially a hologram. That's right, he fell in love with a character created by software. The story began more than 10 years ago when he first encountered Miku. To the world, she was only a holographic star who even opened shows for Lady Gaga in 2014. But yes, to Kondo, she meant much more. When he decided to propose, he was nervous, but soon discovered that the software did not even have that option. It may seem strange to many people, but for Kondo, it was a form of liberation. Growing up as an otaku, a term for fans who are obsessed with anime and manga, he found in Miku a refuge from loneliness and social pressure. From a young age, Kondo felt that no real woman would ever understand his feelings. He never had a girlfriend and was always rejected when he confessed his love. Over time, he realized his attraction to virtual characters was natural and decided to embrace it. When he announced his marriage to Miku, reactions were split. Younger friends supported him, but older family members and colleagues found the idea absurd. Even his own mother refused to attend the ceremony. Regardless, he went ahead, investing around $13,600 in the wedding, which had 39 guests and a plush version of Miku dressed as a bride. Today, Kondo lives an ordinary life with his virtual beloved. To him, Miku is real, and as technology advances, he dreams of the day he can take a walk holding hands with his holographic wife. Australian artist Jody Rose took the concept of unusual love to another level when she married Le Pont du Diable, a medieval bridge in the south of France. The ceremony had 14 guests and even the blessing of the mayor from the neighboring town. For the occasion, Jody wore a wedding dress and had rings made for both herself and her husband. She spent years traveling the world with her Singing Bridges project, recording the sounds of bridge vibrations to create experimental music. After encountering many different structures, she felt that this particular bridge was the one. According to her, what attracted her the most was the sense of safety and stability the bridge provided, compared to her nomadic life. Even though the bridge could not return her affection in a normal way, Jody claimed to feel its presence intensely. She described their relationship as a perfect balance. While she lived on the move, the bridge stayed steady, offering a safe harbor whenever needed. The artist said her love was not possessive and that the bridge understood her feelings for other structures, and even for men. For her, the flow of the river under the bridge symbolized the unpredictability of life, something their relationship accepted without conflict. Although the marriage held no legal validity, Jody considered the union as real as any other. The name Devil's Bridge was not an issue, because for her it was the ideal partner, resilient, dependable, and with a singular beauty. She never explained how she decided on the bridge's gender, but for Jody, that made no difference. What mattered was the connection she felt and the certainty that the bridge's pillars would always keep her safe. In the small town of San Pedro Huamalula in Mexico, a most unconventional wedding has taken place for more than 200 years. Following an indigenous tradition, the mayor of the town symbolically marries a female crocodile to ensure abundance and prosperity for the community. The ceremony includes everything a traditional wedding would have: a bridal gown, guests, a party, and even a kiss on the bride's head, whose mouth is tied shut for safety. In 2023, it was Victor Hugo Sosa's turn to become the groom. According to local belief, this ritual comes from an ancient legend in which a king of the Chontal people married a princess from the Huav tribe, represented by the crocodile. This union supposedly sealed peace between the two peoples, and ever since, the town's mayors have repeated the ceremony as a symbol of that alliance, and also as a plea for good harvests and a bountiful fishing season. Before the wedding, the entire town comes together to prepare the bride. The crocodile, named Alicia Adriana, is given a special dress, is fanned by the locals, and receives fish as gifts. At the ceremony, held in the municipal palace, the animal is placed in the mayor's arms, and he publicly accepts the union. During his speech, he stresses that there can only be a wedding where there is love, and for this reason, he assumes responsibility for the union. Soon after, the groom seals the commitment with a kiss on the bride's head, as guests celebrate and dance around them. The ritual follows a well-defined script. After the party, Alicia Adriana is taken to a safe lake where she remains until the following year's ceremony. The residents believe that this tradition is essential for preserving the community's balance, bringing rain and good harvests. For them, it does not matter if the bride has scales and sharp teeth. The marriage represents a greater commitment to their history and well-being. Erica Eiffel, an American woman with an impressive background in the military and sports, made a decision that drew worldwide attention. In 2007, she married the Eiffel Tower in a symbolic ceremony. The relationship was not a spur-of-the-moment decision, but the result of a connection she had felt for years with the monument. From a young age, Erica showed a strong attraction to inanimate objects, something she describes as objectophilia. This special bond became clear when she encountered the Eiffel Tower in 2004. From that moment on, she began visiting it frequently, developing an ever-deepening attachment. That connection grew so strong that she decided to make her love official, organizing a ceremony with witnesses and even changing her last name to Eiffel. Before this unusual marriage, her life was on a completely different path. She served in the United States Air Force in the 1990s, but went through a traumatic event that deeply affected her. She found in archery a way to overcome this difficult time and excelled in the sport, winning important titles and breaking records. Her relationship with the Eiffel Tower did not end with the ceremony. Erica made a point of showing her commitment in various ways, such as tattooing the image of the monument between her breasts and even placing a scarf on the iron structure as a symbol of affection. For her, this love is as real as any human relationship. In the documentary Married to the Eiffel Tower, she explained that falling in love with objects has its perks, since they do not judge, do not leave, and offer a feeling of security. Seeking to bring more visibility to objectophilia, Erica created OS International, an organization that unites people who share this type of attraction. According to the institution, there are about 40 objectophiles in the world, most of them women. The group also seeks partnerships with universities to study this little understood form of relationship. Amanda Teague, an Irish woman, experienced one of the most unusual relationships ever documented. She married the ghost of an 18th-century pirate on a spiritual level. Her story began after she lost her son to sudden infant death syndrome and decided to delve into spirituality. During a meditation session, she first contacted Jack Teague, a Haitian pirate who had been dead for more than 300 years, and who, according to her, inspired the character Jack Sparrow in Pirates of the Caribbean. Over time, Amanda felt that she had fallen in love with the spirit. She said they spent hours talking, and that he understood her in a way no living person could. Convinced she had found her soulmate, she decided to make their relationship official. In 2018, she organized a symbolic wedding, with witnesses, rings, and even a boat for the ceremony. The wedding received attention and stirred much controversy. While some people supported Amanda, others questioned her sanity. She responded by arguing that if people believe in God, angels, or other spiritual entities, it made no sense to doubt her relationship with Jack. For her, love did not need to be physical to be real, but what seemed like a romantic story took a frightening turn. Shortly after the wedding, Amanda began to feel constantly tired and ill. Gradually, she realized her energy was being drained and believed Jack was sapping her vitality. Afraid of the consequences of continuing this relationship, Amanda decided to seek a divorce. But ending a marriage with a spirit was not as simple as signing a document. To break the bond with Jack, she turned to a shaman who performed a soul extraction, a kind of exorcism to sever ties with the ghost. After the experience, Amanda began warning others about the risks of involvement with supernatural entities. Experts believe that the trauma of her son's death may have influenced her perceptions, but for her, it was all very real. Lee Jin-gyu, a man from South Korea, became famous for marrying a pillow. But it was not just any pillow, rather a dakimakura, the giant type featuring an anime character. In his case, the pillow depicted Fate Testarossa from Mahou Shoujo Lyrical Nanoha. Perhaps the most curious aspect was that the ceremony was anything but traditional and was even filmed by a local TV crew. They spent the day at an amusement park, where Lee took the pillow on the escalator and carousel. Later, the couple even shared a meal, and people around could not help but laugh as they watched. And the best, or worst, depending on perspective, came when the marriage was officially performed. Those who witnessed it, and even observers from afar, did not fully understand what was happening, but Lee was visibly delighted with his choice. This kind of relationship is not exclusive to Lee and is in fact a growing trend, especially in Japan. There, dakimakuras are very popular, and many men, especially anime fans, end up forming an emotional bond with them. In Japan, there is even a petition asking the government to recognize marriages between people and fictional characters. To outsiders, it might look bizarre, but for Lee, the pillow with Fate Testarossa is much more than an object. It is a form of love and affection. Marivona Rocha, a woman from Brazil, got married to a ragdoll named Marcelo, and their story is quite intriguing. It all started in early 2021, when she found the doll at her mother's house and fell in love at first sight. She became so obsessed that she decided to bring Marcelo home. It did not take long before she made it official, and the couple, who already have children, also made of cloth, shared the news on social media. Marivona was overjoyed and felt compelled to tell her followers how she met Marcelo and how they fell in love. In the video, she also talked about how perfect the doll was, praising Marcelo's features, such as his blue eyes and a body that she found ideal. She even declared that Marcelo impregnated her and that their marriage is a real love, like any other. She also mentioned the arrival of their child, Marcelinho da Santinha, and how well her relationship with Marcelo was going. She stressed that he is the perfect partner because he never complains, which of course brought about laughs and jokes from internet users. Others, however, were concerned and even wondered if Marivona was in need of help, thinking the situation might be somewhat unusual. Despite the humorous comments and criticism, Marivona seems completely happy in her relationship and does not care about others' opinions. For her, Marcelo is the ideal husband and father of their children, and that is all that matters. Her love for her ragdoll definitely goes beyond social norms and conventions. Subscribe to the channel for more videos like this.